Greetings, my name is Natalie Shabani and I'm one of the professors here at California School of Law. I have been with California School of Law for the past 3 semesters. I have taught legal methods here, I've taught contracts 1, and this semester I'm teaching contracts 2 for both of our sections. I am a UCLA undergraduate psychology major, and afterwards I went to Loyola Law School, and California School of Law was actually one of my very first jobs. I started working at a firm, and at the same time I had always had a passion for teaching. I had always thought about teaching at a law school, and the job, honestly, that I had at the law firm I worked with was not as satisfying as I had wished. So I gave California School of Law a try because it was something I had always wanted to do, to be able to teach. And I have to tell you, teaching here has been an amazing experience. It has been an honor and a pleasure, and California School of Law has definitely surpassed all of my expectations. I started working here really not knowing what to expect, but the more I work with California School of Law and the more I get to know the system and the school, the students and the faculty and the staff, the more impressed I am every day. First of all, let me tell you, I went to one of the schools that, one of traditional law schools, one of the top 50 schools in the nation, and I have a lot to compare. I graduated just a few years ago, so I still have some point of comparison when I teach here. And I have to tell you, in comparison, I feel like California School of Law definitely surpasses a lot of things that I saw in my traditional law school. In my class, back when I was in law school, we had 120 kids in each, 120 students in each class, in each section. What's wonderful here is that in each class we have somewhere between 20 to 25 students, which means students get a lot more opportunity to participate. It's a lot easier for them to get their questions answered in class. There's much more time to allocate to each student to address their concerns, and there's a lot more one-on-one interaction. We use definitely the same textbooks that are used in all the traditional law schools. We definitely have, our students have access to all the resources that students in traditional law schools have, such as access to Westlaw. We use the same softwares that are used in traditional law schools, such as SoftTest and ExamSoft. So all in all, this is exactly on the same level as a traditional law school, except it has its own perks and it has certain areas that I think definitely surpasses a traditional law school. For one thing, aside from the class sizes, the other thing that really impresses me about my classes every semester is our students. We have very diverse students with many different backgrounds, but something that seems to be very common ground between all of my students is that they are all professionals. They are very educated. A lot of them have masters, PhDs. They've had careers for years and years, and they had always wanted to go to law school to become a lawyer. And California School of Law allows them to make that dream come true while working full-time. And most of our students do work full-time, or recent retirees. In comparison to traditional law school, where you mostly get college graduate students who are younger, who just got out of undergraduate schools, this is a very different crowd. I think our students are a lot more insightful. They are a lot more knowledgeable. When we discuss the cases and we discuss the material, I definitely can see a difference in how illuminating they are, because they have had the experiences that a lot of us didn't have when we started law school. They've had careers for long enough to be able to give input in their own field. They've had different life experiences, and I think that's very amazing. Every time I go to my class and I speak with my students and they participate in class, I definitely learn from them, just because they are not only very intelligent, but they are also very experienced, which I think is one of the benefits of being part of this California School of Law, which is you get to interact with the students who are also really motivated. They work very hard. They have full-time jobs, and despite that, they manage to do extremely well in school. And you know, you have all the resources to get to meet your classmates outside the class via our web system. You can always meet. The professors offer office hours, just as we had in our traditional law schools. The school has very strict quota on how exams are administered, on syllabi, on material that are covered. So this is very much consistent with the education that you get in traditional law schools. Only, again, we have areas that I think we have strengthened that experience by having a smaller class sizes and having a student body that are a lot more experienced, that are a lot more motivated. One last word I have to say is about our staff here. We have amazing staff, aside from our faculty who are wonderful. The staff are amazing, and that was the one thing that really encouraged me to continue working with California School of Law. We have staff who are there pretty much all the time. They are there throughout the class time. If you encounter any computer problems, they're there to solve it for you. They're there to help you out if you have any issues. They really work with you. If for some reason you can't attend classes, if you have to take a few classes off, they are always there to help you out. If you have any, and seriously any issue, you can go to them, and they are always happy and willing to help you. We have Ms. Candice Lampe, to whom I am grateful for everything she's done for me as a professor and everything I see she does for our students. We have Ms. Linda Plasencia, who is absolutely amazing. I couldn't ask for anyone better, couldn't have asked for anyone better to work with. And they really, really work so hard to make this a wonderful experience for students. Our workload here is a little bit lighter than what it is usually in traditional law schools, which also make it much easier for our students since they have to work full-time. They also are better able to manage their time and to manage their studies as opposed to a traditional law school that's 3 years. You definitely get everything that you need, every material that you need, and to pass the first-year law school exam and to pass the bar exam. And at the end of the day, we really focus on that to make sure that everyone gets out of law school having learned everything they need to learn to be able to perform well in the bar exam. And we work on that. We work on writing the skills. We work on exam taking the skills. And there are many areas that we cover aside from the material that's covered in the textbook. Professors are always there to help out. We are required by the law school to respond to emails within 24 hours, which I think is wonderful. So the students always have access to professors via email. You can always set up office hours to meet professors outside of class time. I often stay after class to answer questions, and we also a lot of times log into our classes earlier, 15, 20 minutes earlier, and let students to use that time for question and answer. Basically, you have every resource at your fingertips. If you want to be successful, if you want to have a career in law, I don't see any reason that California School of Law cannot provide you with that opportunity, because I've seen over and over again how much the faculty and the staff at California School of Law give the students and how hard they work to make sure that every student gets their needs met and they are able to graduate well and pass the bar exam. I'm really thankful to be a faculty here, and I really hope to be able to continue teaching at California School of Law, not just because of our wonderful faculty and staff, but also because of our wonderful students that I am so thankful to get to know every semester. And yes, I'm here just to tell you, I graduated from a traditional law school, and in comparison, there's nothing, absolutely nothing that California School of Law is lacking. If anything, there are definitely areas that we are strong in. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you join us soon.